Hey, what up, what up, what up? It's my official prediction on the Jessie Vargas Adrien Broner bout. This fight, the smart choice would be to pick Jessie Vargas winning by 12-round unanimous decision. That would be a smart decision, you know. If I had to make a case for Jessie Vargas, I'll probably say that he'll probably outwork Adrien Broner. He'll probably punch Adrien Broner by a lot, you know. Yeah, that would be the easiest choice to pick if I were to pick Jessie Vargas. Jessie Vargas is a busy fighter. He punches a lot, and one of his, I guess, last couple fights ago, I think he fought Timothy Bradley. He did pretty good in that bout, that fight. He did really good. In that fight, I think he had a knockdown on Timothy Bradley towards the 12th round of that fight. So, you know, and he had a pretty good outing on Manny Pacquiao. So those two fights he did pretty good, even though he had them in a loss. But in those two fights, you can see that he put a lot of pressure. He pushed the fight. He's always in a good fight. He always puts a lot of pressure. And he has a lot of punch output. To me, he's like a Brandon Rios, but better. But a better boxer, better I guess you could say better jabber, you can say, than Brandon Rios. He's like a better version of Brandon Rios, much cleaner, more polished version of Brandon Rios. In that fight, but I would say that I would say the safe and better pick is to pick Jessie Vargas in terms of that. But if I were to say, but on the other hand, we have Adrien Broner. He's like he's a whole nother discussion. Can Adrien Broner win this? Yes, of course. If you would say a couple years ago, I would have picked Adrien Broner over Jessie Vargas. I wouldn't have to think about it. I would have, of course, said Adrien Broner, especially Adrien Broner post before he lost to Maidana. You of course could say that Adrien Broner would win. Adrien Broner has a better jab than Jessie Vargas. Adrien Broner is faster, more athletic, bigger puncher than Jessie Vargas. Jessie Vargas is not a big puncher. He's not a really big puncher. So that's why I wouldn't say that he's gonna knock out KO Adrien Broner. I don't even think he can get a knockdown on Adrien Broner. So I don't have to worry about that. But in terms of skills, it all favors Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner has better power, better speed, better footwork, everything. But the problem is he doesn't let his hands go. He doesn't let his hands go, and he's not active enough. You know what I'm saying? He's a very good counter puncher, but he's not gonna be active. He's not active enough. His last fight against Mikey Garcia, I thought he should have won. Bigger than Mikey Garcia. What else? He was bigger than him, faster than him, hit harder than Mikey Garcia, but he just wasn't active enough. I don't know why. Mikey Garcia is not a big puncher when it comes to he's not a big puncher for a 40 pounder. He's not really a big 140 pound. That was his first bout at 40, so he's not really a big puncher, or that was just his first shot at 140 pounds. So we don't know. But in terms of 140 pounds and up, Mikey Garcia is not really a factor in terms of hurting somebody, but maybe at the 40-pound division and definitely at the 35 division. He's a big puncher, but he just wasn't active enough in that fight. As far as you're talking about Adrien Broner. Adrien Broner, I thought he should have won that fight easily, but his biggest problem is he's not letting his hands go. He's letting his hands go, and the second biggest problem with Adrien Broner, he keep that full guard defensive posture. That is his worst. That's like one of his biggest problems. For him to beat Jessie Vargas, if he stay in his Philly shell, I'm rocking with Adrien Broner. If he stay in his Philly shell and he's throwing his jab, and he's more active, then I'll say Adrien Broner is gonna beat Jessie Vargas. But if he's gonna, as long as he in that full guard position and he's flat-footed, and he's gonna be taking punches, and he's gonna lose, because at that point he turns flat-footed and he's just taking punches. He's taking punches, and he's not returning anything. He's not being active. But if he stays in that Philly shell position and he's working that jab like a sniper, I'll say that he beat Jessie Vargas. Because if you look at the Mikey Garcia fight in this, I believe like the first 2 rounds or so, he was in that Philly shell position, jabbing. Like the first 2 rounds, I actually gave it to Adrien Broner. The first couple of rounds, first 2 rounds I gave it to Adrien Broner. But once he turned into that full guard, flat-footed position, that's when he loses it. That's when he loses, because that's when he becomes inactive and he's not throwing punches enough. So I think the key for Adrien Broner to win this fight is to stay in that that Floyd Mayweather Philly style position. That if he stays in that position, I like him in that position, because in that position he's throwing more, and he's a little I guess further away from his opponent, so he's not in the inside with that opponent. Once Adrien Broner becomes in that full guard position, flat-footed in the inside, it's over. Because first of all, Adrien Broner doesn't really fight well on the inside, or doesn't really even try to fight well, or even try to attempt to fight in the inside. He doesn't really do good in the inside. But if we're talking about the outside, I'll say he'll do a better job. I'll say he'll do a better job at that. And I think another major factor is he's has a new trainer. He went to Florida to train with I believe a guy named Cunningham. I don't remember his first name, but he went to go train in Florida. So that's another factor. So maybe this new trainer has brought something out different in him, or different, maybe he can grab the old Adrien Broner from before post Maidana. So we'll see. Maybe that could be a factor to it. But as long as Adrien Broner is not active, and he wants to pull that full guard defense, I'm giving it to Jessie Vargas. Now, as far as who I think is gonna come out Saturday, I'm gonna go with, on this fight, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with my heart again, and say Adrien Broner pulls it off. And I'm saying primarily because he has a new trainer, and this is a do or die situation for Adrien Broner's career. If he doesn't win this, then we don't know where he goes. I'm going with my heart. Logically, the best choice would be to go with Jessie Vargas, and in terms of what Adrien Broner has again and again been showing us, that would be the best choice to go with. That would be a better choice, but I'm going to go with my heart and say that Adrien Broner pulls it off this fight. As far as there going to be any knockdowns, Adrien Broner has power. He has some power when he uses it. He has some power. He has some pretty good power. Can he knock down Jessie Vargas? I think he can if he wants to. But as far as he really going to, I don't know. Can Jessie Vargas knock down Adrien Broner? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think Jessie Vargas doesn't have power like that, but he's a very good, busy, hard-working fighter. But in terms of is there going to be any knockdowns in this fight, I don't think so. I think it'll go 12 rounds, and I'm going to say that Adrien Broner wins by unanimous decision. But I think it's going to be a close fight, though. It's going to be a close fight because Jessie Vargas is still a good fighter. So I think it'll be a close rounds. It could be a close fight. It could be 7-5, one of those type of fights, 7-5 type fights, 7-5, 8-4 type fight. But I'm gonna give it to Adrien Broner. Just going based off with my heart, because it's do or die situation for him. If Jessie Vargas loses this fight, it won't be as a big deal for him because we all know that he's a hard-working fighter. It won't be as big deal for him to lose, but it'll be a bigger deal for Adrien Broner to lose. You know, so please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I hit you.